We're good?
Noise up.
Okay, I'd like to call to order the meeting for our November regular council meeting. If you would, please stand and join me for invocation and pledge of allegiance. Teresa, would you lead us in prayer, please?
Sure. Father, we just come before in the name of Jesus, and Lord, we just thank you and praise you for this evening, and thank you and praise you for the citizens that came out to the meeting, and thank you and praise you for the ones that's viewing it on live stream. And Father, I just pray that you'll just give us wisdom and lead and guide and direct us and show us the correct paths to take to push this town forward. And Father, help us to all the work that we do and the decisions that are made tonight will benefit the town. And Father, we want to give you the honor and the glory and the praise for it all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Lead us in the pledge, Randy.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Play ball.
That's funny, play ball.
Okay, welcome everyone. Please let the record reflect that council is in full attendance with the exception of Councilperson McGee.
You got any more?
No, he wasn't going to call.
Oh, okay.
First item on the agenda is approval of our council meeting minutes from October 18th, 2021. Has everyone had an opportunity to review?
Yes.
I make a motion to accept the minutes.
Okay, I have a motion to accept the minutes from Councilperson Skeens. Do I have a second?
I'll make a second.
Second from Councilperson Long. All in favor say aye.
Uh,
Opposed? Minutes are accepted. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the committee and department reports, beginning with infrastructure. Ms. Long, do you have any comments to make firsthand?
Well, we definitely, I do want to plan a meeting again. I do want to plan a meeting again probably sometime right after Thanksgiving and just kind of get caught up since Mr. Higginbotham is now Public Works Director and see what's been completed, what needs to be completed, and I would like to try to have another public meeting again to find out more of the sanitation and water issues around town.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Where we've had the Summit Drive thing, what's going on with it?
I need to check back with Ms. Huger because.
Well, and just all in general up through there.
Yeah,
I knew it was.
Yeah, that company, that Gray,
Yeah, the
oil company is supposed to be contacting her.
Okay.
So I don't, so at this
I
point.
haven't talked to her. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I haven't heard no more updates from her.
I'm going to have to go see her.
Yeah. On Summit Drive, there is several of the citizens, just to kind of get you up to grasp, they're having a lot of water runoff and things, and it's destroying their property. And a lot of it is coming from this oil and gas company. And the reason why we're kind of now involved in it to see if we can help because it's also starting to destroy the road. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Will you do that?
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
See what you can do with it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, because it's starting to wash away a road, and I know when Mr. Walker was over the street department, they had done some repairs, and basically everything that he has done up there to fix it has the weather and the rain and the water and ice has undone it. So.
Thank you.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Okay, thanks. Our next agenda item is a report from Mr. Higginbotham. Yeah, please.
Mhm. Yeah, we need to remember to speak in the mic so people can hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Turn it on. It's under it. No, just on the very, yeah. You can pick it up if you need to. Don't have to.
Am I on now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
on.
on. Okay. All right, first thing, good evening, Mayor, council members. Appreciate you. Also, too, I want to apologize for missing last month. Had a little family emergency there I had to take care of, so that's why I wasn't here. And But there's several of the stuff that I was gonna cover is on the agenda, so I'm just gonna hold them back. And then I made some stuff, and then when we get to them, if you have any questions or whatever, we can do it that way. Unless you guys wanna do it a different way, that's fine, whatever you guys want me to do. I'm kinda winging it here, so I really don't know what you want. I'm still learning.
It's fine.
So, but anyway, the first thing I got here is a update on the trash truck. I talked to Mike today with West Virginia Tractor, and supposedly, no hopes anymore, but supposedly it's supposed to be ready again tomorrow. It was, it went from Mississippi up to Charleston to West Virginia Tractor. And from West Virginia Tractor, it wouldn't go in gear once they got it there. So they got it in gear some way and took it to Matheny because they thought it was a chip problem. Well, Matheny said it wasn't a chip problem, it was a transmission problem. So they took it to, oh crap. Yeah, Western Diesel at the South Charleston Ordnance Center, and that's where it is now. And come to find out, all it is a programming that was from Freightliner, from the assembly line. So they're taking care of that. So supposedly it's going to be ready tomorrow. Now, take that for what it's worth. We've heard that 5 or 6 times, so who really knows? Anybody have any questions on that?
No.
Absolutely.
I think I would. I mean, that's up to you guys, but
I think it's a
that's
good
what I
idea.
would do.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
think we should.
But the guys down at Matheny Motors assured us that, you know, once this is done, that there ain't gonna be any problem. You know, it was just a, you know, an oversight.
Okay.
So, and I really believe them guys down there. Guys at West Virginia Tractor, I'm not really so sure about yet, but guys at Matheny, I really think so. I mean, 'cause me and Tony went down there and talked to them, and I really think we're gonna be okay. I really do. It's just gotta play the game right now.
Mm.
So, and the next thing I got is a playground update. We got
Bring it up.
probably 95% of the barriers done down there. And if you'll notice, we were short a few, and they're sitting right back there. They just came in today. Yeah, so by the end of the week, them will be done. So that should take care of that. And one thing I wanted to ask Teresa and Dave about, I got a text about the Justin Bradley.
Yes,
Did we ever figure out what's going on with that?
yes, I can give you his mother's number, and so that way you can kind of work out whenever you're ready to light the star for the holiday.
Okay, when do you guys want me to light the star for the holidays?
Was it Thanksgiving, Christmas?
Usually it's turned on just,
December 1.
I thought it was done Thanksgiving on.
yeah, from Thanksgiving on,
Thanksgiving?
yeah.
Yes, Thanksgiving
Yeah,
on.
December,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so if you want to do it like on, you know, maybe that Wednesday or something, but I'll make sure you get her phone number and you know, they always did like a Facebook Live on the town page and that
Okay,
kind of thing.
okay.
And I don't know if any news will be interested in coming out, but, you know, I'll check and see about that.
Okay.
Yes.
With that being said, I won't be here that week.
Oh, okay, is there
But,
somebody
yeah,
who could?
I'm sure we can, somebody will take care of it.
Okay,
that's-
yeah,
that-
just
that's
as long
not
as
an
it's
issue.
taken, yeah, as long
That's
as it's
not an
taken
issue.
care of,
Yeah, and also with that being said, you know, going back to the Christmas festivities, you want us to go ahead and have the lights up before Thanksgiving also through town
Before Thanksgiving?
or somewhere
I
thereafter?
think they always kind of put it, I think typically, wasn't it always like right after
Right after
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine. I'm just,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm just
And-
learning here. I'm just trying here.
yeah, and we'll probably need to get the star ordinance for you, because there's other holidays and things that it's
Right.
turned on for, so that way we don't miss things, so.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
I'll give you a copy of all that for you.
Yes,
Okay, just 1 sec here.
Not ordinance, resolution.
yeah, you
And
knew what I meant.
I got anything else on that before I jump to the next one?
No,
Okay. Also too, and I'm sure you guys are aware, we, the Suftons sold their property up there on 94, and that's where we was having to, you know, we was dumping all of our brush from town. We don't have that ability anymore. We're not allowed to go up there anymore.
okay,
So me and Dave's been talking, trying to figure out something, so honestly, I don't know how we're gonna do this. You know, are we gonna spot a truck for people and, charge them for the landfill, cause we're gonna have to pay for it, or are we gonna eat the cost, or what are we gonna do with that? Because we have nowhere to dump it anymore.
Okay.
I know we used to do it, because we had somewhere to do it, but now we don't. So, what you guys think on that, we'll go with it. I don't, whatever you guys tell me, that's what we'll do. I just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention. We just don't have that place to dump anymore. So,
Some of that brush, of course, I don't think we even got a chip or anything, but is there any way maybe some of it could be, maybe turned into some kind of mulch or?
we probably, I know there's a chipper down there.
Okay,
I know that, we haven't got to work on it yet, so I'm not 100% sure if it even runs. I can't answer that,
okay.
but there is one down there.
Maybe that's something that we could look at, and that's something that maybe you can use around town in the summertime
Yeah.
whenever you guys plant flowers and
Right,
other and then, of course, I know Barbara Miller applied for a $5,000 grant for beautification for McCorkle Avenue. I mean,
right,
some of that could come into play, and,
right.
maybe we'll get some baskets going again, and,
Yeah, but, just FYI here, the staff that we have this present time,
right.
we just ain't got it.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining, but we just don't have it.
Okay,
6 of us between both of us, all we got.
okay,
So, we're running super thin right now.
okay.
So, I know we're trying, but let's just keep that in mind.
Yeah, it'd be nice to maybe see if there's some organizations or anybody maybe to even take it off our hands just for things like that.
Right, right. So, I
Okay.
just wanted, everybody to know, as of right now, we have nowhere, we don't have nothing to do with it.
Okay,
Like I said, we'd be more than happy to spot a truck for them, but if we spot a truck, we have to pay the landfill bill. How are we gonna do that?
Yeah.
right,
So that's what I wanted to
okay.
get out there, so,
So hopefully we'll get to the time of year, maybe there won't be too much brush.
yeah, yeah. But, I just wanted to throw that out there
Okay.
to you all.
All right, yeah, then we'll have to work on that.
Right.
Okay,
And, and just one more thing, I just wanted to let you guys know, and some of you might already know, we took our jetter up to the Veterans Memorial, and we cleaned all that stuff up there. We pressure washed it with our jetter,
good,
everything.
Thank
So
you.
it looks a whole lot better than what it did.
awesome.
So,
Look nice.
Thank
yeah,
you very
but,
much.
Yes, thank you.
but, other than that, like I said, a lot of the stuff that I have is on the agenda anyway. So we're just waiting whenever they come up. If you guys have any questions, I'll just stay here if you want me to, or I can
Yeah.
sit down, whichever one you want.
Yeah, well, I did have one quick question. I know Dave had said there was some trash cans ordered that he was gonna be installing in, one street.
Well, it ended up, I think you had 15 of the blue.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We actually have them at the plant.
Okay, yeah, okay,
We're actually, that's, they're empty Palmer barrels that we use at the sanitary board. And we've actually just got them stacked up there. And then we're just gonna clean them and use them for trash, because we're just gonna take them to the landfill.
oh,
Great,
okay.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so,
So that should be,
Yeah,
because we've
but,
had a few citizens asking
yeah.
about them.
but, I'll be honest with you, it's gonna take us a little bit to clean them.
Okay.
Because that Palmer is nasty. It is super slimy.
Okay.
It's not nothing to play with.
Okay,
So it'll take us a little bit of time to get them done, but we'll get them done.
okay, alrighty.
So, who is asking about them?
Was it 91st Street? Is that where we need one spot one?
Yeah, behind Dollar General.
Yeah,
Ms.
behind
Duffield.
Dollar
Just need one right now?
Just one right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, we
she's-
can get one tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, back, I don't know exactly where you put it.
Yeah, I don't know, well, seems like right near her house there
Yeah.
on the corner there, it's kind of, seems like it's a little high traffic.
Yeah, she picks up trash out there a lot.
Okay.
We pick it up when we're out on the golf cart.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Kids do. They
Okay.
try to keep some of
Yeah,
that down.
it's
Yeah,
been a
just,
community effort.
Yeah. And then primarily, the ball field in Bill Wells Park. Ball field was, an issue at Labor Day because we didn't
Right.
have enough receptacles. But
Yeah. So,
But if
do
you
you guys want us to spot them and leave them? The trash cans?
yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then when y'all go around
Okay,
Pick
Okay,
them up if
because-
you can. but
okay,
that's-
cause I'm glad y'all told me that, cause I was under the understanding that you just wanted them out on like special occasions and stuff
Oh.
like that. Okay, gotcha. Okay,
Okay.
okay, that's what I say, that's what I heard.
Yeah, when we talked about getting more, I thought it was additionally put out for Labor Day.
Oh,
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
yeah.
Are they real heavy and easy to steal and?
Oh, they're the, you know, the big blue plastic ones. I mean, they're not, I mean, they'll steal anything,
Don't matter.
but, you
Is
know,
the wind going to roll them?
we'll figure out something.
Okay.
That's why I'm just, I mean,
Yeah, we'll,
put a rock in it, but then that's really hard for y'all to try to pick up, but.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
we'll,
that
we'll,
would be-
we'll figure out something, you know, we'll put a piece of, you know, thin cable around them or something to the fence or something. We'll figure out something.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll
yeah.
figure out something.
Okay,
fine.
well,
That's
that
not a
would be
problem.
good to keep them from
They'll take
disappearing.
the fence and all, it's all right.
Yeah, that's true. They'll probably just cut it, but anyway.
Yeah,
But,
I think it's copper.
yeah. But you know, like I said, I mean, other than what's on the agenda, that's all I have. If you guys
Okay.
have anything else, you know, and if there's anything special you need me to do or whatever, please just let me know.
Okay,
And, you know, like I said, I've been talking to Dave a lot, you know, cause I'm just learning here. So,
I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
really
yeah.
do.
so,
and
I
that's
appreciate
okay,
that.
we're learning too, so.
yeah. Well, that's good. So,
Okay,
but
well,
anyway.
we
New
could
for
just
us too.
move on down the items, and most of them will involve you, like you said, so.
Right.
The next one is a resolution to solicit RFPs for comprehensive stormwater mitigation study. We discussed this in the sanitary board meeting last hour, and what this would be, and it was actually recommended by Terry Moran, also from Potesta, was, you know, to have a study in hand, more or less a shovel-ready project that we could take to, his suggestion was FEMA for mitigation funds, for the two hollows especially. We have received a grant for Maryland Avenue and Long Alley, about $860,000, which is great. It's an 80-20 grant, so we'll have to find 20% funds to match that, but that excluded the two hollows, and you know, as we've said before, we'd like to come up with a plan to take care of those as far as stormwater. And there's not, as Terry pointed out, there's not as much funding available for stormwater projects as there are for you know, wastewater. So we have to be a little creative, but I mentioned earlier that I think the president signed the $1 trillion infrastructure bill, and then there's plenty of money at FEMA too for mitigation. And this would be ideal to approach with that for that project, in my opinion. So what we need is like I say, a study in hand to do that. And if it please council, you know, I'd like to put out an RFP for those engineering firms like Potesta and Thrasher Engineering and such, to make us I guess, an estimate as to what that project would entail. May include a transfer station and other rights of way. I mean, it's a complex issue. Since a lot of it's private property, we would need to hold harmless agreements and such. And so with the complexity, I think we do need a formal study, and that would help us tremendously
Yeah.
if we could get that ready, as Terry said, prior to February. I think he mentioned February would be the next round of funding. So I think we can accomplish that. But you know, with council's approval, if we could get that RFP out there, we should receive pretty expedient response from the engineering firms to do this. So that's what it involves. Did Brian, anything I missed, or?
The only thing that, you know, which I know the transfer station is down here, but correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, didn't Terry say that there's a chance we might be able to combine that in with that?
True. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I just want to make sure I'd said that right.
Okay.
Yeah. And if we could, Teresa, I know we didn't have very good luck last time, but it'd be good to have another forum, you know, public forum.
Yeah, that's what I said, I'd like to try to
But
do it again.
maybe we could,
Yeah, I'd like to, yeah, that's what I said, I'd like to try to do that again. Yeah.
and all of that can be working concurrently, you know, with getting the RFP, so.
Right.
So that would be my suggestion, if we could, put the RFP out, for a study. Any questions or comments?
No, I think it would be a good idea, because depending on how the funding and how it's all written up, it could be a requirement.
Mhm.
It absolutely could.
Well, it helps to have something
Oh, yeah,
formal, shovel ready, like they
Correct.
yeah.
say, so.
More documentation, the better.
Yeah, you're more apt to get that if you're ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with that being said, do we have interest of council to okay the RFP?
I make a motion.
Okay, I have
Did you give it to?
a motion from Ms. Gaines. Do I have a second?
I'll
From
second.
Ms. Long? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll let Becca have one. I won't be
Okay.
hoggy.
All right. I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, thanks. That's a good first step, and I can get you some language, BJ, or you welcome to write that up.
Oh, I'm gonna need some language on
Okay.
that.
Or Brian.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little help on that one.
Okay, we will get that out. Next item is an ordinance modifying requirements for multi-unit housing complexes, those 3 units and above, to utilize dumpsters for
Yes.
garbage.
We need those.
Brian, this was Brian's idea, I have to give him credit,
Yeah.
and you can explain what this would save the town and its employees,
Okay,
basically.
now, and I know that this is super, super broad right now, I understand that, you know, there's so many different ways you can take this, you know, but the most important thing is I guess the safety of our employees.
Why
You
don't you
know-
pick up the mic? You might be
I'm
able,
sorry.
they might be
Is
able to
that
hear you better.
Okay. You know, in my opinion, it's a safety employee. You know, that's just that much stuff that they don't have to handle. You know, when we get this new truck, we can get the hoist put on it, and you know, they pull in there, pull that dumpster out, hook to it, dump it, put it down, wheel it back, and they're off. You know, time, you know, safety and everything would just be wonderful.
Also, they'll get a dumpster and you'll use the truck and they'll pick it up?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, I mean, like I said, there's so many different ways, you know, you can, and Debbie brought up a good point that I never thought about, you know, so that's something else that we'll have to, you know, play with here, but, you know, you can either rent the dumpsters from Waste Management, just the dumpsters, not their service, or you can buy them and, you know, and have the customers rent them from us, or you can make them responsible. You know, there's just so many different ways that you could do this. I mean, but, you know, like I said, in the long run, it'd be a whole lot better for us and them. You know, instead of putting stuff in a trash can, you throw them up in a dumpster. Might help keep the town a little cleaner also.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I am. Yeah.
How many qualifying properties do you think we have of that magnitude, Brian?
Help me out here.
3 and
Three and
above.
above.
3 and above.
3 and above.
That's what I was thinking. 7 to 10, you know, give or take 1 or 2 right there. You know, that's approximate. You know, I don't know the exact number. We'd have to
That's a
check
lot.
on that.
That's a lot of
Well,
bags.
because you got 95th Street and it's got 2 different owners, and you got one that sits in the middle that doesn't even belong to the 2 brown ones. So you'd have to fit them into some kind of payment
Yeah.
agreement.
Right.
Well, yeah, good luck on collecting that.
Huh.
You won't pay the $15.
Yeah.
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 You know, like I said, you just have to, you know, get creative and brainstorm and figure out a way you want to do it. You know, but with that being said, this new trash truck we're getting doesn't have the hoist, so it's going to have to be added to the truck. You know, that's about another. I'm guessing. I don't know the exact number. Right around 8,000. But there's a lot that we can do with that hoist. Not only just that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so that would, you know, would be an asset, period.
Oh, yeah. Make
So-
it easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the truck has the valve and all.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah, it's just got to be
hoist.
mounted. It's
just
you
some
know, it's not,
welding and,
that's correct.
Right.
That's correct.
well, any questions Brian, or?
Just wonder how they're gonna pay.
Yeah, 'cause they don't pay for a trash bill now.
I mean, you know, if you can't get $15 out of them now, how you gonna get
It'll be the,
for a dumpster or something out of them?
it'll have to be the complex owner, whoever owns the apartment
Well, good luck
complex.
with
Well,
that now,
that
though.
one
They
on-
don't pay it now.
That one on 95th Street, you can't even get him to answer the phone.
They
Well,
don't pay
then
it
we'll,
now.
take a
Scott, your
legal,
work is cut out for you.
so either that or they can deal with waste management. They'd probably rather deal with us
The waste management's gonna be expensive.
for
Well,
them. I mean,
yeah.
they can either deal with us or the waste management. If they don't
That's
wanna
true.
comply.
That's true too.
How much are we looking at if we have to buy the dumpsters?
I can't answer that I haven't got that far into it because I didn't know how to even,
Right.
you know, I just brought the idea up. So,
Maybe getting a price of buying them and then renting them and see where
Yeah.
we're coming from, see what
yeah,
we're
I,
cheaper.
I can definitely do that, but you know, I mean, like I said, that was
Well,
just
then
an
we got a
idea that I
problem of
threw
them
out.
paying the rent for
Is
'em.
all that was.
Well, they're either gonna have to
And this
pay
is
it or
on
we
first
don't have a
reading, so we
trash
could,
service.
you know, if it's approved, we can have more information by the next meeting.
Right.
Yeah, and
And
they'll
decide.
tweak it some
Right.
more, so, yeah, I'd almost, I myself, I think it'd be kind of better make them responsible for getting one, and then, you know, depending on what kind of legal, you know,
Right.
And what if
routes
they
that we
don't
could
get
take.
one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What if they
See
don't
what
get
the
one?
legal routes are if they don't get one. You know, see, you know, I mean, I
Because
don't
we
know,
can't
that'd
just
be,
leave their trash.
right.
What do you say, Scott?
Well, I mean, I don't know. But, I mean, it's not uncommon to probably get myself, I mean, I rent it, but I didn't, I don't know.
Okay.
Of course, we do require receptacles, I mean, so I mean, not a stretch.
Oh, We've
I
done it in
don't
the
know.
past.
Big stretch, but I mean, I don't know what it costs.
Yeah.
It might be, it costs $1,000.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, yeah. My guess is somewhere between 1,000 to 2,000, depending on the size.
Right.
You know, I mean, there's smaller ones and there's
I
bigger
mean, you
ones.
might wanna revisit the issue of 3 units. That's kind of small, they got by 1,000. Like, when the monthly bill is
Yeah, but you're getting 30 bags of trash there, Scott.
Yeah,
$90 for 3 units,
right.
40 a year or whatever.
You're getting 30 bags out of there
It's
A
a-
week.
being picked up, probably.
Yeah.
And by
For-
the time they load 30
Tony?
bags, there's 10 more later.
Tony? Is that an understatement? Yeah,
And
so that's a lot of trash.
Yeah, and I think a lot of them are letting, like, friends, neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
yes,
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
all on that little 15, you know.
yeah. Like I said, I mean, that was just an idea that I threw out. I mean,
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's just, I guess, trying to work out the
right,
logistics.
I understand.
You know, and you know, I don't know, and maybe, you know, like those complexes, like if they're together or something, maybe if they want to work something out, maybe get 1 or 2 that they can share or something, maybe, or,
Yeah. Well, I do, well, I won't say I know, but what I found online is if you rent from Waste Management, like if you had their service, you know, it's anywhere from $50 to $150 depending on your size of your dumpster,
right,
plus your trash fee.
yeah.
So, I mean, you know, and maybe, you know, if we could buy the dumpsters, and I'm just talking here, I don't know. I mean, if we could buy the dumpsters and, you know, say we buy 10 of them or whatever we need, maybe, yeah, and lease them to them, you know. I mean, that's
Yeah.
another idea, you know.
Yeah, and then we need to look and see, you know, what we can do if they choose not to pay it.
Right.
Then we're gonna take our dumpster away. If they're
They
leasing
don't
them.
care.
They'll just throw it out on the
They don't
property.
care.
That's what I was gonna say, and then we're right back to the guys
Right
picking it
Where
up
we're
again.
at, yeah, that's what I'm
So-
saying.
I
So-
think Debbie and I had called Waste Management once already of checking on that apartment up here, and they make you pay their gas mileage too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they they do a surcharge for us on our roll-off down to the transfer station.
And probably for the big dumpsters, but every time it's full, you know, the more trips, the more it costs. But I know like
Right.
for individuals, you have a strict 6-bag limit and you're charged extra for each
It's like
bag over
$1.25
6.
a bag or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, anything over 6.
Yeah, and then, you know, and this right here is just devil's advocate here, you know, even if, you know, if we just bought them ourselves, you know, with this new packer, you're gonna be saving money on your landfill trips for one, and you're gonna be saving money on the roll-off down there.
Mhm.
You know, the way I'm kinda thinking, and Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, you know, we're going 2 a week right now. I think with this packer, we might get lucky enough to go 1 every 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
You agree with that? That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay.
You know, even if we have to make an extra trip to the landfill, it's still gonna be cheaper than that roll-off.
True.
Right.
So that's just something else to think about.
Okay.
Do what now? I don't know that number, something like that. Well, but the thing, yes, but the thing is, we're still gonna have to have that though, you know. But like I said, they just won't have to come and get it as much.
Yeah, you'll have to have that when people spot the truck.
Yeah,
or rent
well,
the
people
truck.
spot the truck, and, you know, some of these streets, we're not gonna be able to get the packer down. So we're still gonna have to use one of the 1-tons, but it's gonna be a whole lot less than what it used to be.
Okay.
So that's something else just to keep
Yeah,
in
'cause they
mind.
won't be able to get the packer up on Cemetery Hill for nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, Yeah, it's a good idea. It's just, you know, we need to get the logistics worked out.
Right.
and Crush numbers and let's Scott
Right.
see, you know, what can be done if, you know, whichever way we decide to go if it's violated.
Yeah. And also too, I was talking to Debbie there earlier, and I kind of got a question. I mean, I know on the sanitary side, you know, we have an industrial fee, a commercial fee, and a residential fee. Is the trash and everything set up like that?
Mm-mm.
No. Well, there's a
Commercial.
commercial.
Commercial and residential.
Yeah,
Okay.
commercial and
Oh, okay.
residential.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was or not. I was just asking.
Yeah.
Okay,
May
okay.
be up.
Yeah, they do. Okay, well, so our 2 options are to pass on first reading or refer it back to, say, infrastructure committee to tweak, you know, to revise.
Or can we not go ahead and pass it and then change it? Are we allowed to?
I would refer it back to committee, and just one more thing.
Because we make
Several
changes, it goes
months
back
we
to
were
first reading.
considering all new refugee ordinance. We got 2 separate ordinances addressing the same issue, 931, 769.
Okay.
And so,
Yeah.
Cook was, that was his issue back here, kind of merged together. So I have an ordinance put together to eliminate those 2. I think we could put this, work this in there somewhere.
Okay.
Make it work and synthesize. I sent a copy of it to the mayor earlier. I can sit there and be on council and look at it. But,
Yeah, I need to.
Those 2 ordinances aren't effective, and the one's poorly drafted. So I would take a look at those, put one together, issues. I would send that out. And I would send it back to the committee with the draft of that ordinance and let the committee actually look at it. If they want me to come to a meeting, if y'all have a special meeting, talk about that ordinance, I don't feel like it's fell off the table for some reason, but maybe if you wanna have a meeting, let's talk about that. ordinance.
Yeah, we will.
That sounds good.
And that's something else too, you know, if we decide to do this, we'll have to get time to get the truck down there to get it ready to do this.
Right.
Because when we get the truck, it's not gonna be ready to do this yet,
Okay.
Yeah.
so.
Okay, sounds good. Any other comments regarding that item? Okay. Moving on, next item is transfer station opening of bids for the security gate automation. Do we have any of those ready, BJ? Okay,
Apparently not.
yeah, okay.
I
we'll-
will go get some
Okay.
myself.
Okay, we'll defer this to the next meeting.
Okay.
Next item is a discussion to permit drop-off of miscellaneous metal at the transfer station for recycling. Any opinion on that, Brian?
Well, my opinion on it is, as long as it's metal, I mean, it's going for the fireworks, to my understanding.
Right.
Why wouldn't we take free metal?
Yeah.
That's what
Well-
I think.
Since we're closing, I mean, the gates, I mean, is there a way we can have a provision for, drop off?
We can put a sign on the gate,
Okay.
or, have them to call Ruth or call me or whoever, and, we can make that happen.
Okay.
That wouldn't be a problem.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better pick it up.
So a sign with, contact, I think that's a good idea. Council, what do y'all think about that?
Yeah,
I
I'm,
think it
I'm
is.
fine with that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, and that really helps toward the fireworks, cause they're at least, what, like $5,000 or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
good.
we actually got a dumpster down there right now that they wouldn't take because it was too full and we ain't had a chance to move over. Yeah, so we gotta get that done too, so.
Okay.
So there's another $600 sitting down
For the
there that
metal?
we ain't had a chance to do anything
The
with,
metal
yeah.
bin?
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe get fast signs to, make one, dropping off metal, please call, or,
Okay.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sounds good. Any other comments on that item? Okay. Moving on, is a tool purchase for street department. Brian came to me about this and, we didn't want to delay too much, but with Black Friday coming up, we think maybe get some good deals on tools that necessary for the street department, so. you wanna
Napa
add any-
sent out a thing today, and they have a really good sale going on all the way through December.
Who's that?
Napa,
Oh, Napa?
yep.
Okay, I haven't looked at Napa.
We had the flyer in our mailbox today.
Okay, well, I mean, I've been looking at Lowe's, Home Depot, I've been looking at all of them.
I
And,
think,
I mean, before we get into that, I want to throw something at you guys. And this is one of the
Okay.
things that I had, but I wanted to bring it here. I was talking to Jerry McGee, and I was also talking to Matt Morgan. And, I know you guys was talking about a barcode system as far as our inventory.
Yeah, or some kind of etching, somehow to identify it's our
Yes.
tools.
Yeah, well, I would like to use, if it's okay with you all, I would like to use the one that the fire department uses, because I've talked to Jerry, and, I don't know a whole lot about it.
Matt's not here.
Matt's not here, okay.
No, he filled me in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I know enough to get me in trouble here, so don't quote me on nothing. I actually have, where did I put them? There's a sample of some of the stickers that they had. But, in a roundabout way here, this is for like your bigger ticket items. Your pressure washers, your, stuff like that. I mean, it's not for like a hand tool. You'd have to get an engraver or something for that. That's the only thing I can think of on that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I mean, that's about the only thing you can do. I mean, you can't put a sticker on every socket we got. You just
Oh,
can't do
no,
that.
uh-uh.
So,
Yeah, but at least if it's engraved,
Yes.
maybe it
Well,
won't show
yeah.
up at the pawn
Well,
shop.
engrave it and put its own number on it,
Yes.
even with the engraving.
yeah, we could figure out something that,
Yeah.
if you go get a 320-piece socket set,
So you'll
you're
be
looking
there
at all day engraving, so,
Yeah, I'll set, do it for you,
yeah,
literally.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
this is similar to what we do with county.
Yeah.
At school system, yeah,
Yeah, that's what the fire department uses.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's, yeah,
And-
per,
Yeah, and that's what the state uses as well. Well, in fact,
Yeah.
even with one of these is on my own laptop
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
work, so.
Right.
yeah,
And-
mine too.
And it's a startup fee is an average of $500. It
Okay.
just depends on how big your stickers are, what you want, and but they're personalized just like that. And
Yeah.
you can get a different adhesives or whatever, more stronger. Yeah, a stronger adhesive on it, and so they'll stick better. And but the best thing about it is, once you get it set up, Matt showed me on his, he just took a regular barcode and he hit it with his phone, and everything just came right up.
Yeah.
Tells you when it was bought, how much it costs, is it in service, is it out of service, where's it at, everything.
Serial number, all that.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's
Everything's
great.
there. And
Yeah.
the best thing about it is Matt knows how to do it because he's the one that does it over there.
That's great.
So,
Great.
that's kind of where we are with it, and I've been kind of looking, and from what I found, that's about the best thing that I've found. But if you guys have any more ideas,
Oh,
I mean,
would
I'm
prefer-
all for it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just a $500 startup fee, that's cheaper than keep buying this stuff over and over and over again, and
And actually, with that being said, I actually brought it up in the sanitary board meeting. You know, your 250 items, your first 250 items is free, okay, on the online thing. And you know, I was thinking between us and the sanitary board, I don't think we have 250 things.
A good thing about
So
those
I was thinking
stickers.
about splitting between the sanitary board, so the sanitary board can have theirs, and we can have the towns. It's kind of what I'm thinking.
well, that would make perfect sense. You know, because we're all responsible for all of it, no matter
Yep.
what department it's from. So we
Right.
might as well secure it,
Well, and
you know, we can even do it for the police department too.
Yeah.
If you guys have things that you know you
Do you
need to
guys-
have tagged. Okay.
That's what I was going, yeah.
Okay.
yeah. You know, I
Brian,
mean,
the
that's,
good thing about those stickers
Just try and
is
take
if
care of
someone
you.
takes something to a pawn shop with one of those, they won't take it.
right,
Exactly.
Yeah.
right.
And there's a guy down there that has the same app, and he'll scan stuff like that with his phone, and it tells it where it goes, and he calls,
Yeah.
and we'll get it back to you. So I mean, it's
That's good.
Yeah, we've picked up Marmot supplies at pawn shops before. So.
Surely not.
Oh yeah.
like they've gotten to the point now they just take them to an odd house around town.
Yeah.
And that'll enable, true, audit and inventories. I mean,
Oh
Yeah.
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 um,
I mean, with that being said, we got our inventory sheet, and I meant to bring it, but I mean, it's just a handwritten inventory sheet right now, because I didn't know where we wanted to go with it, so, but I have it.
yeah.
Okay,
It-
good.
It's at the shop, everything's done. You know, actually, Tony did it.
What are you looking at in tools that we're going to need to buy?
Well, I mean, it's mostly, in my opinion, and Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, you know, it's just like everyday hand tools. You know, wrenches, socket sets, that type of stuff. You know, that's kind of where we are. I mean, they need I know they bought a small impact, but a 1/4-inch impact, but they need a 1/2-inch impact. You know, with the impact sockets and stuff. You know, just that kind of stuff. You know, I'm kind of thinking, you know, with Black Friday, you know, and this is ballpark. I mean, I don't know exactly. You know, $1,500 will get you $3,000 worth of tools. So that's kind of where I am. You know,
Okay.
so but you know, I would think, you know, the big ticket one's gonna be that impact. You know, them things are high regardless. So you know, you're looking at $300 for that. You know, and then everything else after that, you know, it's gonna be, you know, $99, $79, $59. You know, that kind of stuff. You know,
Okay.
So but I think we can put a really, really big dent in it on Black Friday for a whole lot cheaper than
Yes.
if you did it in August. You know,
Oh yeah.
so
Well, can we get, yeah, an emotion for, say, 1,500 or 1,750 or whatever, you know, 2,000, just to cover it?
Just to make sure that we've
Okay.
got enough.
For
Okay.
at least a start.
okay.
Okay.
Now,
Um,
with that being said, before we go here, I don't think the sanitary P card will hold that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, do we have a motion then for 2,000 for tools for
I'll
the
make a motion.
street department? Okay, we have a motion from Councilperson Skeens. Do I have a second?
I'll make a second.
Second from Ms. Long. All in favor say aye.
Uh,
Opposed? Motion carries.
Yeah.
2,000
Um,
budget.
I'll come in for that because I was told I had to come home for Thanksgiving dinner. But Friday, I'll do that early Friday morning, and then after that, I'm gone. But yeah, I'll stay and take care of that. That's not an issue. Yeah. Okay. Even on Black Friday? Yeah.
yeah. I
I don't see why.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
see why.
Well, I mean,
Why
we'll
would they turn down money?
right.
There's like 107-piece tool set in Napa's book today, and I seen it for $50.
Yeah.
Cause I looked at it. It
Did you?
also depends on what it is, you know.
Oh,
you
Yeah.
look-
quality
I
of the
can't
tool
remember-
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
Cause the original price on it was $229.
Yeah.
But it's their Black Friday sale.
Right. You know, we'll, you know, I'll look at all them, and you know, I'll just, you know, even if, you know, because Jeremy's got to work that day anyway, and he told me he'd help me. So even if we have to split up, you know, you go here and I'll go here, we'll get them.
I'll send you the ad in the morning with Taylor.
Yeah. You know, we'll, I mean, we'll try our best. Huh? No, we just got one. I just thought about that after I said that. That ain't gonna work, is it?
I'm gonna be here,
Okay.
so if all else fails, I'm here.
Was it 2,000?
Okay.
I've got to still order you one. Since you're doing city and sanitation, we'll talk about maybe we need to order. From you and
For sanitary.
Would, because I
Yeah,
talked to
keep
you
the
about
money
this
straight.
today. I don't know how this works since, I mean, I know they're separate, but they're still the same thing. If we could just maybe up the limit on the sanitary, and we could just use it and then charge it back to the town?
Yeah, it's all how you code the,
yes, cutting
Yeah.
it, I'm gonna ask you about it, because I didn't want to create a pay too. And I can cut the check from the general fund
Yeah.
for the parts of the city, cut the other check for the city. It's the same thing I do with the general fund, you know, sometimes the check's part of the Labor Day.
Yeah.
Just depending, there'll be 3 checks to pay the bill.
yeah, it's whatever,
Not to do the same, we just gotta be careful about, I don't want to create a due too.
right. Well, it's whatever bank you, yeah, you cut the check on, so,
But since the e-card account is really a ghost account,
right.
it may not affect the due too.
Yeah, I think you could do that,
I think so.
yeah. That'll work.
I know it probably didn't cost you, but
No, I don't know what y'all talking about.
I don't know what we're talking about a little bit.
But yeah,
That's why you're here.
that's a nice little setup.
I don't think it'd be a problem.
No,
Okay.
it should be okay.
Okay.
So you gonna go ahead and get the, inventory system?
That's what I was gonna ask when we got done, because, I mean, we did the tools, but we didn't say anything about the barcode, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could,
No, you'll have to have 3 bids, what, right? Or 3 quotes?
Well,
Dot. Wake up. Wake up over there.
I guess, I mean, Rod, you may know, are there multiple inventory systems that,
Yeah.
you know, that have the, stickers? I mean, there's probably one on state contract, isn't there? I mean, cause they buy, yeah. We could take a look at that. But, you know, if you want this system,
I mean, it don't matter. That's the one that I found, and, you know, and I know that it works great
Yeah.
for them.
That's
That's what
the
I was
thing.
thinking.
But he's got somebody over there that.
Yes. And we got somebody that can jump right in and take off with it, because he takes care of it. That's the only thing I was
I'll
thinking.
find you some bids.
Okay.
okay. Okay,
Beat you
Uh,
a cracker.
next item
right.
is,
I'll make sure he gets what he wants.
town transfer station ramp reconstruction.
Yeah, that's the one that, that Terry was talking about
Yeah,
putting in with that.
yeah.
And, well, I don't know if everybody knows about this or not, but the ramp down at the, I guess the street department shop, transfer station, whatever you want to call it, that thing is falling in. It's in bad shape. I mean, we're going to end up here pretty soon if we ain't careful. We're going to end up with a dump truck in the dumpster. Yeah, it's in really bad shape. So something's going to have to happen to that pretty quick. You know, it's turned into a safety issue really fast. You know, when you pull that roll off out, you can see it tunnel back through there. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's just a big rat trap back in there. Yeah, and you know the timbers are falling down. It's in bad shape.
And we were trying to get quotes, but there was really only, Peerless was the only one that.
Yeah, that's the only one that I can, and that was actually just for the block.
Yeah.
And and then that's whenever we had Terry Moran come up and take a look at it. And and after Terry come up there, there's actually more to it than what I thought about, which I'm glad I brought him up. Is that's going to be part of the MS4. You know, I'd have hated to put that money in and had to turn around and redo it for the MS4. You know, that ramp's supposed to have a concrete pad where that dumpster set on with the drain going to that pump station that I didn't know about. So
what do we need to do here, Brian? I mean, as far as getting an engineering quote on it, or?
I think so. I mean, because, I mean, it's gonna be a little bit more than just going down there and, you know, driving a couple I-beams in the, you know, or you end up right back where you are right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you do it once and you get it over with, you don't have to worry about it ever again. It's done.
Okay.
You know,
There's another
because-
RFP.
Yes.
Got that.
Yeah, so, but we need to, you know, that needs to be addressed pretty soon. You know, but
Tell
that
me
being
what it's
said,
gotta say, 'cause I don't understand,
Okay.
and I'll get it.
We got it.
you know,
Okay.
with
Yeah,
that
well-
being said, the new Packer's gonna help that.
Yeah.
You know, it won't be used as much, so it won't be, you know, the way it is now. You know, you got how many trucks a day going up there, plus the backhoe up there beating and banging. Yeah, all day long. You know, you got trucks up there and then backhoe up there pushing trash down. And
Yeah.
So
Okay. That sounds good. I will try to get that working quickly,
yeah,
for sure. And if we have a special meeting, maybe we can put that on.
I mean, I know what needs to be done, but I'm not an engineer to do it.
Right.
So
Looks like you said, it needs to be
Yeah.
compliant.
yeah,
Okay. Next item on the agenda is a discussion regarding request to locate a trailer in city limits. Put this on here, we had we had a request to cite a single wide trailer in the city limits, and as everyone probably knows, we have an ordinance that prohibits that, unless there was a pre-existing single wide there, and, so, you know, in my opinion, this doesn't fit within the current, ordinance, so we can't accommodate this request.
Right.
Okay. Next is a request for the town to pave a private drive on Ohio Avenue. This being the town houses, I guess almost directly across from the fire station here or City Hall. It's where Wallace Clark lives. Anyway, that is a private area. That road is considered ownership being afforded to all the different townhomes. So there's really nothing we can do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's, that would be inappropriate for us to spend town dollars on, a private drive. Do that, and we would be susceptible to doing that for anyone, really, so.
Yeah, we can't.
And not to mention the maintenance and insurance issues that could arise. I mean, it's just something that the town, in my opinion, cannot take on, so.
That's what home, do they not have an association?
Well, there was initially, but it was just, it faded away.
Okay,
And it would be my simple suggestion, and I made this, to address that by reestablishing that HOA.
Right.
Enough at least to use hot mix or cold mix or whatever to patch the holes
right,
and let that fund build up until you could pave it,
Right.
being the homeowners. But,
mhm,
that's, I think that's the best thing that, we can recommend to do, but
Okay.
we can't. I mean, this was, Mayor Polly suggested this 12, 13 years ago, and at that time we couldn't do it, so, we just cannot do that.
I agree.
Okay, next is, installing internet at transfer station, Bill Wills Park, Recorder Fontaine.
I've been getting the quotes, or bids for the video security and, transfer station and, Bill Wells Park, we're gonna need it. With one company, they can actually do the, daisy chain with the internet, and we get a lot more areas. Daisy chain up to, 4 cameras, line of sight, really cool. And we'll be able to get a lot more area, but we're gonna need, cause there's nothing really else, I mean, we're gonna need internet at both those places. If we can go ahead and, I mean, I don't know what we'll have to do down at both of them to get it. I'm not sure what the,
I guess we just have to call Suddenlink, don't we, Ruth, and see, because we have it at the rec building now, so we're
Yep.
good there. And I may be able to cover the ball field with a repeater, I guess, or something of that nature.
that'll be where the, with one of the companies, if we go with that one.
Okay,
I still have to get some more bids, but it would, like, literally, you got a camera that's hooked up to the internet at the rec building, middle of the ball field or across the ball field, within a mile
Okay,
line of sight, it can see the other one. Then that one that's over here that it's connected to, well, this one can now see this one that this one can't see, so these two now connect.
oh, okay.
I mean, we can literally chain them down the street.
Maybe down to the fishing area, maybe?
Yeah, we can go
Okay.
down there, and if we go Bill Wells, we can do all kinds of.
Okay.
I think it,
That sounds good.
yeah, I gotta get more quotes, but
And then for the rest of the town, did you, we had looked at like the, wireless, or, no, I'm not the wireless.
the solar.
The solar,
Well, we were looking at where, with the, where they put the lights up, 'cause that's something I need to ask. You know, every other pole's got, power to them,
Mhm.
so we could easily put those up there. And, that's where I was, like with some of them, they would do the daisy chain. They could, but there's only one plug-in. Can we like literally like put in a, just
Yeah, I can
stick-
do that.
Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't know first, like, you just get, like you would at home, like a extension cord kind of thing.
and it's a cellular, right, or not?
No,
Okay,
these,
so-
now, these ones wouldn't be cellular. The ones that are cellular, there's ones that are cellular, it's like a stand, all-in-one, they get really expensive. I didn't realize just how expensive those can get. And the other, some of the other systems, it would be, not be live, it would be recorded.
Hmm.
And, something else we talked about, I know where I'm jumping, I think it's probably the next thing. No, but it'll be all right. Because we talked about, one of the things, like I talked with, Chuck about was, ones that, just movement.
Hmm.
And when I was talking to one of the companies, they were saying, because you were like, you know, that might make sense, but they were saying that, because we was looking at the 180s, I was talking to
Right,
them. It sees a movement, by the time that camera gets around, whatever was moving's gone.
All right, yeah.
So,
Okay.
I gotta get some more quotes, but,
Okay,
Okay, I was, so that system you're talking about is internet-based, correct?
yes, sir.
Okay. Why couldn't we, because our security system at the plant up here is on its last leg. I've talked to Dave about that before. We can have another base at the plant and cover that side of town.
Yes, I didn't know, you know, I
Oh,
told them
yeah.
that, the two companies I've talked, I told them we were probably gonna have to,
Yeah.
you were gonna need it, but I couldn't, until I got the okay, I couldn't like, talk to them about it, and then I believe we're also gonna have to have something for the Ebenezer Chapel, correct?
Yeah, yes,
I
that's part of
didn't-
the grant, yeah.
I didn't actually show them that, I was just trying to get, it was, you know, what?
Well, no, I mean, not on that, but Patty written it up into the grant. I think. She was supposed to put some kind of
Well-
like security thing.
Well, those, we can easily get those little ring cameras almost for there.
Yeah, it don't
It's-
have to be a big elaborate
It can-
thing.
But, yeah, we could, and that whole daisy chain, we could literally
Only
see
be
everybody
surprised
that's
if
coming
you
in
got
and
that.
out of town.
Yep. I mean, you but that way, I mean, you got both sides of town, the whole town's covered.
Yeah. And one of the places that, the internet's is gonna be an issue is, I'd like to get, like, up the interstate and under the bridge up there. But, yeah, that's it's up for another day.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, get what we can here.
So we'll push that, defer that to the next meeting too?
Yeah, 'cause,
Okay.
unless I can, get enough bids and possibly call a special meeting,
Okay, well, that's fine.
'cause I'd like to get that started as soon as we can.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
we can call Suddenlink, we can at least get that going, because we
Okay.
know we need that, you
Mhm.
know, at those two
Will
locations.
you call that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
We
So-
have it at the plant.
you already
Already.
have it?
it's not cheap.
Well, I mean, is that the lowest you can get?
Yeah. But if you're gonna secure it, I mean, it is what it is.
Yep.
Oh, Well, I mean, it's what we gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can't continue with theft and, destroying the property, cutting holes in the fence, and we're gonna spend money on a gate. I mean, you wanna secure that place, I mean,
And we want,
And-
eventually wanna fix it up and
yeah,
people feel safe out there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
I
know.
don't know. We'll just have to get the bids. Yeah,
We can ask, I don't know, Verizon, I have no idea, Verizon, but,
Frontier.
oh, I know, I'm,
Have you checked with Camel?
with what?
Camel Technologies?
No, I was gonna, I need new names.
Yeah, that's who we have at the plant right
Okay,
now.
Camel,
Yes,
where they out of?
Dunbar.
Dunbar?
Yep.
There's lots of them out of Dunbar, that is
Yeah.
weird.
And then you got Electronic Specialties in Dunbar.
Yeah, I've talked to them. I don't know if we're gonna get a bid from him or not, we'll have to
Yeah.
wait and see. And I've, talked to West Virginia Security, they're Dunbar, a lot of Dunbar, I think they're actually all over state, and then I've also talked to, First Security, which they're in South Charleston,
Mm-hmm.
and they're the ones that was talking about the daisy chain.
Yeah.
But
So,
I'm literally was just Googling companies, cause
yeah,
I,
that's all you can do.
Yeah.
so can't, if you got, do you got their phone number and stuff? Oh, do you? Okay,
I
I'll get,
probably do on my phone.
oh, well,
There you go.
okay, I'll get it and
Yeah.
I can call them cause I need more quotes, that's great.
Yeah.
Do you want me to, well, I can't get in there, I'll figure it, we'll talk.
Okay.
okay. All right, next item on the agenda is personnel. Chairperson Skeens, do you have any comments to begin? Okay. We have a resolution to create an employment recruitment and retention program. What I'm thinking about there is to create a program that would aid us possibly in incentivizing new employment and also retention of our employees, wherein we establish
You can sit down if you
an
want.
amount to recruit employees
Oh, okay,
that would be payable after a certain level of service to the town. For instance, if someone were employed and were to work 6, 9, 12 months, then they would receive that recruitment payment at that point. Same thing for retention. Retention agreement to maintain that employee service for X number of months and then receive that retention payment. One-time thing, not a continuing program, although it could be implemented at any time should we find ourselves in need of employees. But I've run some numbers and such, and I think it would be appropriate and well within our means to offer a $1,500 employment recruitment payment for new full-time employees, as well as retaining our current full-time employees. The number of months, of course, and the amount, of course, would be subject to your approval and discussion, but I'd like to see possibly a $2,500 recruitment payment for our chief of police to hopefully incentivize a candidate along those lines. And then with part-time employees, I'd like to recognize those as well, but you could stratify that so that part-time employees that worked 40 or more hours in a pay period would say receive $1,000. We have very few of those, and then the total cost, I'm along those lines would be about $23,000 at the end of the period, whatever was to be selected as far as payout. So, for instance, if it were a 12-month plan, come next Thanksgiving, our full-time employees would receive $1,500. if they maintain themselves in a fashion pursuant to the agreement, which I think should include a clause as far as disciplinary procedures. In other words, they have to maintain, a good standing without written reprimand for those 12 months or whatever the period is in order to be eligible.
Yeah.
I think we have to build in, certain things to ensure that employees do their jobs and represent the town and themselves appropriately. And I know they do, but I'm just saying that, in my opinion, should be part of the agreement. And in order to receive, I'm not going to call it a bonus, but it is something that Scott and I were talking about. Municipalities are doing this all over the place, nation, West Virginia. And this is a very small amount, but that's, something that we can afford to do. We can't give the types that Charleston, Huntington are making, but they're at what, Scott, like 25,000? So, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Oh,
but,
wow.
To their employees?
To their employees,
Oh.
or to recruit. But, so that's, and it just creates, it creates an atmosphere that we're, trying to attract, the best candidates possible and giving our full-time employees, some incentive and helping morale, for that period and knowing that, Christmas would be paid for basically if they do their job for a year. That's all. That's kind of what I'm proposing, so. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea, and of course, with the disciplinary and all that, that will also cover things like attendance and all that kind of thing, and yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, okay.
No, I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Well, thanks. It just occurred to me, I mean, you see these signs and these ads and yeah, we can't match what the others are offering, but at least something, and also to reward people like Chuck, that stepped up to help us in absence of, in our situation. So I think it's a good idea. Do I have a motion then at those levels, the 1,500 and the 1,000 for part-time, plus the chief at 2,500?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. I appreciate that.
What was that, 2,500 for chief?
And we can add that to the ads if we can.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to get with you how to word it, like after.
No problem. Yeah, it's not a bonus. It's just like I say, a
But where it
recruitment.
has to be a year, because
Well,
some of them aren't a year.
Is everyone good with a year? I mean, we can back up. I mean, I think a year,
Sounds good to me.
I mean, it's,
Yeah, because,
Okay.
that's some pretty good steady employment.
well, it's like with PD. I mean, it's rare, but when we want someone to the academy, we usually ask them to work a year, don't we, Chuck, to pay them or to earn that back. So that was my thinking there about a year. So.
Yeah, that's fair, because even a lot of companies that's doing like sign-on bonuses and stuff, they're making stipulations, some of them,
That's
like,
what I was wondering.
yeah, usually it's a year, or, I know like Ticketmaster had one, if you work 6 months, you got 500, if you work up to a year, then you got an additional 500. So companies are doing things like that.
Yeah, I think that's, after taxes, it'd still be a nice, a nice payment and a reward for working, so I appreciate that. Next is hiring new street department employees, and it's my understanding that we still not received adequate applicants.
We've got a few,
Okay.
not many. Well, Michael's not here to look at, so
Yeah.
I'll get with him, and then I'll get with you and get them, and we'll look at them.
Is this gonna be a full-time spot or a part-time?
Well, we have an opening for part-time for Davis, and then we have a full-time opening for the dual employee for street and sanitation.
Yeah, as soon as y'all can get me,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
oh, no, I know you're busy, just,
Yes.
I think, yes,
Absolutely.
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 Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Unless they're gonna walk to work.
and a clean driver's license.
Yeah.
We have had people
Yeah. I think we have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with that being said, you talk about driver's license. I talked to Dave about it. When we get this truck, that man right there is the only CDL driver we have.
Okay,
So we need to,
maybe send somebody
yeah,
else.
couple or something, because if something happens, he needs off, we're stuck.
What do you gotta do to get that? I mean, do you have to go down and take a test,
Yeah.
or what?
You just
Yeah.
take the test at the DMV.
Actually, Chuck, I was talking to Pete Chesapeake, and he was telling me that you might know that some of the guys down in Charleston or somewhere will come on site and do that training. Do you know anything about that? Okay.
That'd be great if all of you,
Now,
Yeah.
years ago,
That'd
they
be good.
did.
Yeah.
Years ago, they used to do that.
Yeah.
that'd be great if all of you got it.
Right. Right. Correct. Okay. Yeah, that was my understanding too, but like I said, I was talking to PJ today, and he was saying that he thought that there was a guy that would actually come on your site and, train you to help you do that. I don't know. Okay.
Just called DMV.
Yeah, this just came up today, so I didn't know.
Yeah, call DMV and
Just
Yeah.
call and ask them if they had that, but
Yeah.
years ago, they did have.
Right. Okay. That's correct.
Okay, I think that's it, Brian.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Next is finance. Chairperson Bass, do you have any comments to begin?
No.
Okay. Roger, I'd like to present the financials, please.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Just before I start, I'd like to introduce my new associate, River Lucas. I just hired him, and he will be working with me on the Townsend account. So you'll probably be seeing him around some. So my report for October, I think you all have it. It's the first page still says August, so sorry about that. But the interim balance sheet, and on that sheet, it's basically just the checking accounts that have been updated. We're still working on doing the account reconciliations, so once, hopefully by next month, we'll have it up through November. So, but the interim statement of revenues and expenditures is current. It's through October 31st. Point out a few things on here. The total revenues, as you can see on page 1, for October were around just a little under 160,000. And at this time last year, that was about 180,000. And for the year, we are at 521,000. And last year, we were only at 347,000. And the biggest increases over in the year ended, B&O taxes this year is at 240, and last year it was only at 94. Of course, last year we were still heavily through the COVID issue, so that was down quite a bit. Some of the items that are a little low, the IRP road fee is down 26,000. I don't know if that's because we haven't got any deposits on that, but that's could be the issue, just a timing thing. And the garbage fees are down about 8,000 from last year. Okay. Yeah, 'cause there wasn't one for October, so maybe. Okay. So then that would make it roughly the same, which, it's only 7,000, so it should be pretty close. And IRP road fees are something that's usually fairly, consistent from year to year. Okay, going down to the expenditures, which covers the next 3 pages. Go down to the last page and the, mine doesn't have the last page.
You need mine, Roger?
Yeah. Oh, it's on the back, sorry. I see it on yours, Dave.
Yeah.
It's on the back, yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
did too.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's why Holy Cross does like.
Didn't think to look there, but thank.
That's why we love
Thanks,
you.
Ruth. All right, that finds it. Thanks. All right, so on the last page there, the totals for the expenditure for October were 46.5 thousand and 41,000. Well, no, that's still not. That's the wrong page. Hold on.
Which one you missing, Roger? The one with public safety down to total? Or?
The totals, yeah.
Yeah, you can have this.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I do not have that. Thank you. All right, so then the totals for the month for this year were 126,000, and last year it was 122,000. So basically, pretty close to the same. And for the year, they're at 430,000, and last year it was 445,000. So, and in relation to the budget, that's 35% of the budget, which we're in the fourth. That was the end of the 4th month, which is a third of the budget. So, we should be around 35%. So.
We're on target then.
So basically, yeah, we're on target. We may have to make a slight adjustment for the budget, but so, a few items, go back to the front page here. Few items to, point out. I guess I had the same page twice. The streets and highway this year is at 63,000. Last year it was 117. I think that's because of some of the personnel issues. And then one that's a little higher this year is the parks at 35,000. Last year it was at 8,000. I think probably that was low because of still COVID and a lot of things being shut down, and
Plus Labor Day.
plus, yeah.
Yeah, we
plus
spent a little bit more.
a little bit more this year for Labor Day, because I guess there was no parade last year.
Yeah.
Correct.
It was the 100th year.
Huh?
It was the 100th year, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay. So, that's basically all I have. If there's any questions, I can field them, but other than that, that's basically all I have.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, our garbage, actually, we had 2 checks, probably go in today or maybe tomorrow or something like that. And that's about 20,000, so that's gonna put us in the black on that, for sure. And, yeah, we still haven't done the municipal fees because Tracy's looking into an issue, you know, with that, so. So there's money there, but I think there's like, 18,000 maybe or something in the municipal fund, and, so a lot of that'll be transferred too, so I think
Yeah, we're
pretty
doing
good.
real well.
Yeah. Thanks, Rod. Okay, next, excuse me, is a discussion regarding employment-based pay. What I'd like to do here, is, with council's, permission, is to refer, examination of the base pay to our finance committee, and so we can report back in December, if that's agreeable, and take a look at, what the budget will permit, so that we can get these levels of base pay up to a respectable amount,
Okay.
if that's all right with council.
Yeah, we're gonna have a finance meeting, after Thanksgiving.
Okay, so we'll look at that at that point, and then make a recommendation either at a upcoming special meeting or at our December regular meeting.
Okay.
Okay. Next is a purchase of a new police vehicle. Lieutenant Buttrick, if you'd like to fill council in about what transpired and.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
hard.
Number one, are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Mentally and
Oh, okay.
physically.
All right.
I wasn't in the vehicle.
Glad to.
Thankfully.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to know about the crash?
Did you get the body cam footage?
I haven't downloaded it yet, but I believe, like for policy, my body camera was
Yeah,
on.
oh, yeah.
So I'm not sure on that. I'll do that when I come back to
Were
work.
they drunk or what?
Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'll check on it Wednesday.
Were they drunk? Couldn't see the lights and
Is
all
it
that
still
stuff or
on?
something?
Did you turn the mic off?
No, it's still on.
Fix that.
No, the driver, I don't believe was intoxicated by any means. There's a total of nine police cars there, so I'm sure and the lights are super bright.
Probably
I'm
just
not-
kind of
I'm not,
vomiting.
I can't speak for the driver, but I was in that park position for at least 20 minutes, and everybody passed me fine. Everybody sees the police lights. What do? You take your eyes off the road, you look and see what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what happened, but if I would've had a guess, I'd probably say that he took his eyes off the road for a minute or so, second or so. And fortunately, he wasn't injured. We rushed to his aid. He was briefly trapped in the vehicle. We took a Halligan bar and a sledgehammer and beat the door open and got him out, and he was fine. He had a little laceration on the leg.
That's
So,
good.
and it's like I told the news, that's a prime example of how seatbelts and airbags will save your life.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I seen it on the news.
Yeah,
That's how
I
I
called.
found out about it first.
Yeah, I called my wife first of all, and then I told her I wasn't in the car, and then the second call went to the mayor.
Because you're a smart man, you gotta call Kim first. I mean,
That should be done.
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I'm glad everybody's okay.
I'm glad you're
Yeah.
okay too.
So what, have we notified our insurer, Chuck?
I don't know, I was off today.
Oh, okay.
It's already gone, I'm not sure, I'll
Okay.
find out Wednesday.
Yeah, hopefully the other party had, coverage, but it'll cover, what the total value of the vehicle, of course, but,
And, the Kanawha County Sheriff's Department's doing the report,
oh,
so,
okay,
so, I'm sure I'll get a copy of it and get all the pertinent
Oh,
information
there's
for you.
Ruth.
okay.
We didn't file a claim on the cruiser yet, did we?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll probably wait on the report then, you
Right.
think? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll work on that when I get back to work
There's
Wednesday.
no problem. That being said, Stevens Auto, who has the state contract for the cruisers, is holding one for us pending what council chooses to do tonight. But it's an Explorer, Black Explorer, and they've ordered 5. It's been on order for 2 to 3 months, he said, and his next order will be 6 months from now. So if we want a chance at one through that means, we need to secure this one if possible. It's $33,310, and all we have to do is yeah, like I say, he's holding it, but, if we approve it, Ruth will send him the PO and we'll be good to go, and it could come in any day now. Is that acceptable, the Explorer? Is that,
Yeah, that's the vehicle that was crashed.
okay,
And, the good thing about that is probably all the, radio equipment is still good.
okay, good.
Every one of the lights on the vehicle still works, believe it or not.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of switching all that over.
That's good, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you approve, then we can finalize that with the PO and should be in good shape then, and, should get it pretty soon, luckily. I mean, I called immediately, and like I say, with the production the way it is, we're very lucky, I think, to get one, because Charleston or somebody that uses black vehicles could take them all. So
Oh,
I was, glad to see that we could at least get one to replace this, and that should give us two pretty good vehicles, right?
Oh, the Ford Explorer?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's actually a good base police vehicle.
Okay.
I actually like it better than the Dodge.
Oh, okay.
The Dodge looks like it has more room, but the
don't.
Dodge we have is a family car, it's not a police vehicle.
Oh, okay. Huh, okay. Good deal. Well, that being said, do I have a motion then to,
I make a motion.
accept the vehicle? I have a motion from Ms. Skeens. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor to purchase the, Ford Explorer from Stevens Auto, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
I was gonna ask, was the police cruiser totaled? That one up there, was it
Yeah,
totaled?
have you saw the photos?
I've just seen a little bit of the back, no.
Okay, yeah, I'm probably 110% sure.
Really? I wouldn't watch it at home because
Ford Explorer.
Olivia overheard and
Oh,
she,
really?
so it upset her.
Then my third call went out to Cindy Schilling, so.
So I didn't turn on the news to watch that, no.
Oh, yeah, I seen it. It
Yeah,
was
it's
bad.
totaled.
It's
Ain't
bad.
no fixing it.
David, can we, while we're on the subject of police cars, can we start getting rid of some of these?
I would think that'd be a
Oh,
good
that,
idea.
I was gonna suggest the
You
old,
know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
mean,
these
we
older
don't
ones.
need 15 cars sitting out here.
the old, car that Willard was using for the school crossing.
Uh-huh.
That's the only, detail that vehicle has. And now he's not even using it because there's some fuses blowing in it, the lights don't work.
Yeah.
So he was using the other Crown Vic, the one that's marked with the bar light on, just for the school crossing purposes. And we can drive that vehicle, but it does have a problem going in and out of park. As you well know, that it jumped out of park and hit a car on a traffic stop. So there's some safety issues with both of those Ford Crown Victorias.
Well, we need to get rid of some of these vehicles,
Yeah.
because you're carrying insurance on them, the whole 9 yards.
I don't think their insurance goes, I think it's a blanket. Does the insurance,
No.
I don't think that's,
Well, when they quote the next policy,
oh, it could.
yeah, if we get rid of them before July
That's
1st,
right. I would
Yeah.
just, you know,
Might make it drop some.
it would drop a little
Yeah.
bit, but
Okay.
But
My
we
thought
don't
was,
need all these
Just
vehicles.
get rid of those and get a second SUV.
probably that one
Oh,
well,
Taurus.
you ain't got nothing for that.
Oh, we
Yeah,
got
but
two
I mean, like, you
SUVs.
might be able
What?
to find a used
We'll
one.
have two.
No, she was saying get rid of those and get another
Oh,
SUV. I said they aren't gonna break enough to do
Yeah.
that.
No, but I
No.
mean, like, you could find something used, maybe somewhere else. Not
Well,
get
we
something
could-
brand new.
Well, I'm pretty sure we could get one from Sheriff's Department, They
And-
they
and
rotate those out very frequently.
The black car that we have, I got that from the Sheriff's Department about 4 or 5 years
Right.
ago. It's
Yeah.
actually been a very good vehicle.
Yeah,
The dog truck, we
Right.
got it from the Sheriff's Department. It's a really good vehicle.
okay, yep. So, I mean,
And those were donated vehicles.
Right, yeah. But I mean, some of these other things, we gotta get rid of some of them.
Well, we bought, those Crown Vics, we bought them new years ago.
Right, I
And
remember that.
they've served their time
Yes, they have.
as police
Yes,
vehicles.
they have. Yes,
maybe both of those and the older Taurus, get rid of those three.
yeah.
Well, the black Taurus, we used, Oliver actually drives that one.
Oh, but we've got two though, don't we? Tauruses? Or just one?
No, just the one.
Oh, I thought we had an older one. Maybe we got rid of that earlier.
It got crashed.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
okay. Maybe the,
Since we're talking about cars, because I have an item down here, because the one of the reasons you were driving that one that you did, because you and I were talking about is because it has the lights and everything, whereas the other SUV has that ghost. You can't even tell it's a police car. There's barely any lights, because we were talking, about restriping it to make it visible and a new light bar. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I would, I mean, that's exactly why I got out of the Dodge at nighttime where we're a little short-handed. So I was working late shifts. So when it got dark, I switched from the Dodge to the Ford. The Ford's it's more high visibility. It had the cruise lights. We could turn a low-power blue light on as we're driving around the city. It's just on one side of the bar light. And people knows it's the police car.
Yeah.
And that thing was lit up. It was really, really bright like a Christmas tree. And versus the Dodge at nighttime, the Dodge is black and it's got minimal lights on it. That's why I changed
Yeah.
that night.
So that's a good idea.
yeah,
Well, you
that's
want-
why I added it.
Okay. Well, you wanna go ahead and consider that then?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, new decals and stripes for the SUV plus, light bar,
Now, you're talking for the Dodge Durango.
correct?
Yeah, yeah, the one, like we talked about.
Okay. So for those two items, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Where'd you get those done, Chuck?
The last one was done at Glasgow. I'm not sure she's still even in business
okay.
or not. There's a place on Elk River Road that does it. I'm sure Graphic Designs will do it.
Okay.
Fast Signs would probably do it. I'll have to check around.
Okay.
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 And then the bar, I mean, well, you know where to buy that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll have to get quotes and bids on
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
follow the
And then make it
purchasing
as safe,
policy.
safe for y'all as we can.
Yeah.
While we're at it, do you have an update for us, Chuck?
I do.
Okay. That's okay. Okay.
We have answered 264
64.
calls for service. I'll touch on some of those calls. It was 3 vehicle crashes, not including mine. And we had 5, those 3 was without injuries. We had 5 with injuries, and they were minor injuries, you know, they at least transported to the hospital. We had 29 complaints. That could be anywhere from shoplifting, suspicious persons, larcenies. And we had 13 disturbances, which someone calls in, you know, there's people on the side of the street creating a disturbance, or it could be a traffic disturbance, 13 of those calls. Domestics took a little uptick. We've handled 10 of those calls. And we've actually served or attempted to serve 15 of the DVPs or PSOs, which is domestic violence petition or personal safety orders. So for some reason, we're seeing an uptick in domestics. We actually had 72 traffic stops, and our overdoses went down to only had 1 last month.
That's good.
We are severely shorthanded like all the other police departments in the county. And we're gonna lose Oliver. Thursday's his last shift.
Thursday.
Thursday's gonna be his last shift. And I wanna, you know, wish you the best of luck in your next endeavor. He's a good officer and I hate to lose him, but you know, he's better than himself and his family, and I don't blame him for it.
You can still work part-time.
Not right now. He can't.
I was trying.
I have notified the State Board of Lepsis. They put a email out that our vacancies. And I think that's about it. That's all I got.
Okay. We're trying to get you some help. All
Do
right.
we have anything out there on Indeed or anything?
Oh, not for that. I've got, the chief and a, full-time officer on, Better Charleston Jobs.
Oh, okay.
And then Lepsis will probably be the best place. I didn't even think about that. That's probably the best place to get applications, isn't it?
Well, I put a notification out, and what that does, that'll send all the certified law enforcement officers, they'll get a notification that there's openings.
That's great.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
there's openings everywhere. We're not the only one hurting. you know, just east of Charleston, there's us in Chesapeake, and, there's Bell, Cedar Grove, Glasgow, Hanley, and East Bank. We're all shorthanded.
Yeah. That's tough.
Nobody wants to work anymore.
Everybody wants to check, nobody wants to
Yep.
work.
I mean, no, oh, thank you all for working.
Yeah, but we're still here, we're still, chugging along, and,
Thank
you know,
you.
we're working a little extra hours, but it's, you know, it's what we do.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
And thank you, and I'm thrilled you're safe,
Yes.
and the other driver, but thrilled you're
Yeah.
safe.
Maybe we can go back on the meds and put that incentive pay in, or whatever you, mayor wants to call it.
Yeah, the, sign-on bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recruitment.
Okay.
I'll deal with the striping and the light bar Wednesday morning when I come back. I'll start getting quotes and bids on those.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's all I
Whatever,
have.
make it safer, better for y'all.
Okay,
That's good. Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, next item on the agenda is interim chief pay increase for Officer Buttrick, retroactive to August 10th when,
October.
October. Well, you probably take August.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
October 10th, following the last day of Chief Perrine. This is open for discussion. What's everyone's pleasure regarding that?
Oh, you and I discussed what, 500,
Yeah, right. Recorder and I discussed maybe a 500 pay cycle until the position's filled for the chief. Would that be appropriate, does council feel, or?
Yeah, as long as it's, we got it in the budget to do it.
yeah,
Well, we're not paying a chief,
Yeah.
so we should
Yeah,
have
right.
it in the
Yeah.
budget.
Right.
Yeah, no problem there.
Doesn't hurt to double check.
Yeah, we're fine in regard to finances on that. Any other thoughts?
so, more or less 1,000 extra a month. Or
More or less.
$500 extra paycheck, and we'll go back
Right, to October
every
10th.
yeah,
Okay.
and thank you.
Okay, hearing no other discussion, do I have a motion to pay our interim chief 500 extra for each pay cycle?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll make a second.
Okay, I have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks again, Chuck. Appreciate it. Alrighty, next is town security, opening bids for
Yeah.
security cameras.
We've
We've already talked about that one.
Barry's not here.
Next is Parks and Rec. Barry couldn't be here. But we can discuss the items that follow, including the Thanksgiving dinner update. BJ?
I've been, let me get my number that you gotta call. Debbie, you wanna get the, newest update? I know you've been the one working,
The newest update.
well, what do we need? Update us. You've been the
I
one
need
doing it.
workers.
Well,
Yeah, no, I'll get that taken care of.
Well, I know there was a list from the Women's Club of people that was going to volunteer.
oh, okay.
Brenda Thomas had that one.
Well, but what we're gonna run into is
too many
that you
people.
can't put everybody in that kitchen.
Oh,
We
I
need to make
know,
a
I
schedule.
know, and they was aware of that too, so they was
Yeah.
kind of waiting for like time frames, like if you was gonna let them like volunteer for an hour, switch them off, or.
That's whatever, but, we can't put everybody in there.
Oh, yeah,
We
and
need
they
to
was
make
aware of
Four
that, they
people,
just,
period.
cause I told them I didn't know what times or anything that maybe,
I'm gonna say no more than 4 in there at a time,
yeah.
You mean inside the
in the
kitchen,
kitchen.
but
yeah.
then outside more
Yeah.
people? So how many people you want at one time,
I would say-
altogether?
I would say 4.
No, I meant inside and.
4.
Alright.
Well, you asked,
Well,
I
you were
told
saying
you.
inside the kitchen, I was talking about
I
with
said I
Andy.
don't want no more than 4, so we could work with 3 in there, not 1 out there.
Oh, okay.
See
Gotcha.
what I'm saying?
So how long of shifts you want?
Whatever they wanna work, I mean,
Well,
yeah, I mean,
I'll start out with you early at morning.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be picking up the
I'm
meeting
meeting
stuff
you
at
at
6
5
o'clock.
or
And I'll be
6.
there
Yeah,
with
I
her.
think like the
I will
ladies
too.
from the women's club was just kinda waiting, was gonna be told a time.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what,
you all figure that out. I'll be there at 6. You know, whatever they wanna do.
Okay.
So I-
You work that up, BJ.
okay, I'll set up,
We'll put 3 in the kitchen and.
yeah, I'll be there
2
early,
out
cause I'll
there.
bring my big pots and my giant
Becca,
mixer
you
like
gonna
you.
be out at the table?
Yes, I'm meeting you at 6 o'clock.
Okay, you're gonna be out at the table with a paper, writing down
Right.
who comes in, how many they getting. Or if they're not on the list, you can write down who, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've been, getting phone calls and,
Yeah, I got,
So how many
a
have you got
I
so
got a
far?
Facebook message
I
and
haven't
I tried to.
gotten, a lot. Let me get my number. I can-
I've got 30-some at the
there-
house.
Okay, I started a
was it
Google Sheets list, but
35, Francis?
About
Yeah, it
35,
wouldn't
yeah.
let me, have access to it for whatever
Yeah, me
reason,
neither.
cause
Oh.
I got some more,
okay, I'll have to figure out why it wasn't.
yeah, so I've actually,
Well, I was figuring on 500.
yeah. I got 4 more
When they delivered the
for you.
styrofoam containers today, no, Friday, wasn't it, Ruth? Friday? Yeah. They got 450. That's all Buzz had.
So we're going
But
to
they
need
had
more.
everything else.
I can
What?
get them off my truck if nothing else, Steve. I can get them this Thursday. I never thought about that. Even Sam's don't have, I can get them
Well,
off
go
my
ahead and
truck.
get me 50.
50. Well, that says that, but Ruth, I was out there yesterday. I'm almost sure they have them. I do this every week. Well, what they do, the man explained to me, if they don't have it in their warehouse, they may have it on the floor, but it'll show out of stock.
Because it's not in the
yeah,
warehouse.
because it's not in the warehouse. So that's the reason when mine's out, I literally go in and look, and most of the time I get whatever it is I need. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm sure I can get them off of my truck.
Okay,
and they'll be here Thursday.
yeah, I just need 50.
Yeah. I'll figure out what time, I gotta see what time Gabe's game is, cause he's got a game too. Oh, that's right, yeah.
I can put their names and information on those stickers that you're putting in bags, you can sticker those bags.
Well,
For delivery, when the
Riverside.
guys deliver, they can see the names on them, if you want me to do
well,
that, I can do
Michael and
that.
them will have the list. And I talked to Michael about that before, and he said like when they go and they take 95th Street, you know, you got 15, you got,
So they don't need names or anything.
no.
They just
He-
grab
He'll
them and go.
know that this house, this address has got 4, and he'll get a bag with 4, you know, whatever. Yeah, he'll know how many goes on what street. We don't need no labels, but thanks. just-
Give me the list and I can,
I'll give it to you in the morning. when I drop it
well,
off.
I'm at Chesapeake in the morning,
Okay, well then I'll give it to you Wednesday.
Wednesday, and I can get it, put in thing, and we can,
Yeah, we'll do the list like the
And
address.
I've got
Yeah.
450.
yep.
I'm afraid not to have that. You know what I mean?
If you aren't on, the li- now, we do have that one list
And I got
from
500
last year,
of the-
I need to call and update
of the
on,
dessert boxes.
if there's phone numbers.
Anyone that divided.
Yes, the 3 to,
Yeah. I think I got a copy, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And
There's
then,
phone numbers on almost all of them, I think.
okay, so we can go through and get a updated list, cause we know Debbie does need 16.
yeah. Barry has me down for
Now,
16 dinners.
the ones that they were added at the end, that you
He's
said names,
hungry.
no addresses, I don't know if those had phone numbers, those names.
I didn't even get any last year.
Now,
I don't know how I got
I
16.
do know most of those was taken out of town,
Now then,
okay, with just a name and no phone number.
No, there weren't.
They weren't
We're
because
lucky to get names.
he got them and took them out of town.
Cause all the ones by street addresses were actual residents.
That's
and
right.
had their phone number.
That's right.
There you go.
That's why I said Michael will know, you know, this house needs 2. He'll have a bag there with 2. He pretty well fixes that out when he gets them down there out of the rec building, and he'll know what goes where. Yeah,
but,
he's on it.
if you haven't talked to, council, you can call 304-220-2527 and leave a message on, my answer machine, and I'll get back to you, so I put you down. But, or you message the Facebook page. This number's also on the town Facebook page. I'll pin it to the top, back to the top, since the meeting's over, but you call that number and I'll get back with you. Just leave a message. All right.
Okay, we good?
Yep.
Okay, I neglected to ask, do you have anything, Francis, in general? Okay. Next item is the Christmas parade. Big-
Okay, we're gonna, we decided, December 10th, we decided to start at 6, right?
Yes. Yes.
Well, 'cause I forgot my papers. That was a crazy night, that night. So, if anyone is interested in, putting a float in, or, I know, you're gonna do it again, aren't you?
Five floats?
Oh, cool.
Who's we?
Don't worry about it.
I ain't talking to you, I'm talking to him.
Floats, churches, if you wanna decorate your golf cart with, flaming bunnies. Yeah, the more the merrier. And, has Wolf already started talking about it? Okay.
Yeah. And then he's wanting me to come down probably the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh, cool, that'd be
So, get
great.
on the radio, but he's already been putting it out.
That's
there.
wonderful. I need to get it in the paper too.
And he
but-
put it on B100 also.
Wonderful. And we're gonna line up, just like we did, line up at, the school, and again, you can call that number. I'll put it also on it's on the Facebook page, but I need to get it back up again. But, we had a good time last time, and I think we can do it
You need to
bigger and
get-
better.
You need to get with Michael so he can take care of the fire departments for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he always does
Yeah,
that.
and, can't be anything inappropriate, has to be fun, I don't care what denomination, everyone's welcome, but there's only one Santa and he rides with the fire department. You can wear Santa hats, but you can't be the man. What's that?
Like I said, we're gonna have a and I know we did it 2 years ago. The council let us take our spouses just for the parade.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. I was gonna make sure that was still okay.
Are you gonna have the same thing on it? Yay.
I wanna. The kids will love it. The kids want to tell us.
December
Gotta be
10th.
appropriate, Brian.
All right, and then,
Just throw that back out there.
and now, with the next thing, the stocking handouts, with COVID, we aren't gonna have the Christmas party like we would afterwards. And we decided we would do, on a separate day, do the stocking handouts. What date did we decide on?
I didn't bring my book.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Yes. Wasn't it the 18th?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think that's what it, yeah. Let me pull up, my calendar here.
I'm thinking it was the 18th, BJ.
And it's the next Saturday. Yep, that would be Saturday, December 18th. And we're gonna hand out stockings like we did last year, like a drive up. You can get, because we actually did the drive up with it being cold. We need to set a budget for that.
What did we spend last year?
Last year was a little bit, because we've gotten all the stockings before.
Gotcha.
Christmas, so we didn't do that, not that this year, but order like they did, and you put it out, they sell, so you could go out.
Yep.
So we don't have anything really left over, but we gave away.
Barry
Yeah.
said there wasn't any left out.
Yeah.
So you're, whatever we spent last year really isn't
Mm-mm.
Gotcha. Okay.
We do have quite a bit of
Y'all wanna do a
Halloween
1,000?
left
Yep.
over, that's a plus.
'Cause we don't have to use it all.
If we can keep Scott out of it.
BJ, you wanna do 1,000? 'Cause we don't have to use it all.
That's what I was wondering, you know. Becca's saying, 1,000, but we don't have to use it all. I don't think we'll even come close to that. What do you think?
Probably not.
No.
300 stockings and stuff.
You thought an average of, say, candy and a little something, $5.
$1,500 right there.
You have to buy
1750.
at that little bit of candy.
Oh, we're gonna put fruit and stuff in them though this year, right?
Yeah, we did last year as well.
Got all the apples and oranges.
What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
Hmm.
15 to 17.
Do we have that in the rec budget, right?
Oh,
Yeah, maybe we should just say 2 to be on the safe side, and
Yeah.
if we don't, and of course, if we don't spend it all, that's fine.
Way under budget for Halloween, so we
Yeah.
did real well. It was $750.
Yeah, we did really well.
$400 to save there, plus we got the leftovers. So we're ahead of the game.
2K?
Yeah, 2K be good.
Yeah, just to be on the safe side.
Are you making a motion? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, that's your
Ah.
job.
So, I've got a motion from, Councilperson Bass for 2,000. Do I have a second?
I was thinking.
I have a second. All in favor say aye.
Uh,
Opposed? That's approved for 2,000 for the budget. Okay, next item is Christmas decorating contest.
We haven't decided on a date for that. We talked about deciding at this meeting, at the rec committee meeting.
We did the night
Yeah, we
we had
did.
stockings.
Yes.
Was the night was there.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Get with the program
It was,
down there.
it was,
around the
it was
corner.
you remember, that was a crazy night.
Oh, yeah, it was a
So
crazy
we're good on
night.
that?
Yeah, so, the decorating
crazy
contest like we had last year, which I thought
was
was really good. We need to order the,
You don't need a mic.
I will use a mic as I please.
Well, I'm just telling you, you don't need that.
We need to, do you know where we ordered the, those trophies from? Yeah.
Well, let me tell you a little secret on trophy. I just worked the WVSSAC state volleyball tournament, and they couldn't get the damn championship trophies. The supplier could not get them.
Well, these are just,
They
they
had
small.
one of each, and they let the teams take the pictures, and they had to give it back. The suppliers could not give them to them. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, they were glass,
Yeah.
they turned out great.
That's the truth. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's not like a trophy like you're talking about. It's,
Well, but I mean, this
Yeah.
wasn't,
But still scary though.
I was,
yeah.
can't supply it.
Probably
Yeah.
can find
Couldn't
that
get
on
it.
Amazon, at least.
I was like, oh, Lord.
Yeah, we'll, stick with the same categories. I don't have it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put it on Facebook because we'll need your address and, you know, we'll need to know if you're participating. And, yeah, I have them too. We're going, we'll need to know if you're participating, your address, and I'll probably, this year maybe what we talked about, we'll give you a number so that everybody can go around and you'll know that, you know, they're participating in it. And everyone really went out last year. It was great. And we're gonna have it, the judging will be December 18th, the same night as the stockings handout. And that, because we discussed that, because you could, take their kids out to get their stockings and then, go look at the lights and all the decorations.
And you're in charge of getting the one that chooses, right?
Yeah, and I'll get, somebody that has nothing to do with the town, nothing,
Nothing that nobody knows.
yeah. And of course, people, you know, if you, employees and council and all of us can participate, but doesn't mean we can't, you know, decorate, get with the
Of course they
spirit.
wanna decorate.
But, again, I'll have stuff on Facebook and, so you know who to contact. And, we can get into the spirit again.
Okay. Next item is good and welfare, council. Does council have anything, for good and welfare?
I did.
Okay.
I've been contacted by, where we had the Blair Mountain March. I've been contacted by the same people, the West Virginia Mine Wars Museum. They have a grant and they're wanting to, place monuments along the trail of the Blair Mountain March. And it started here, so they want to put a monument here in town. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, I think it's really cool. I told him I could be the point person on it, but we'll have to figure, it started at the ball field, but we'll have to come up with an area where we probably would want it. I mean, we don't have to decide right now because it's just the start, but they're going to start coming around, looking around. But we'll have to figure out at the ball field probably where to be the best place to put it.
Well, let me throw this out there. If y'all wanna see something, when they have that down at the Civic Center, which is the same day that they have that march, go take a look.
Well, they did the march this year because it was the 100-year anniversary of it,
Well, I know, but I
Which
mean,
was
when they
neat.
have that stuff down there, go look at it.
which was really neat because, the town,
And it's 100th birthday.
it's 100th, because we incorporated in March 1921 and then September 1921, the mine wars, that's when they really got going.
Yeah,
but,
the town was only a few months old.
I wanted to, let you all know on that and, we're all okay with that, right?
Oh, yes.
We're all good? All right. That's all I got.
Okay. I've got, one thing, apparently Frontier is going to remove the payphone in front of the rec building within 30 days. So, wanted to let the citizens know, that that's coming, just for your information.
Must have done that.
Thing of the past, thing of the past. Good and welfare for the public, anybody have any, comments? Ruth?
I just wanna thank all of you all, and we really appreciate it. Nice to appreciate it. That made me cry when you saw it, but I do really appreciate it. You all got in, and knowing that everybody.
Very good, very good. Anyone else? Okay, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
We have a second? Well, we're adjourned.
Second out for
We are adjourned. Thank you. Thank you all.
We was hoping you'd shut up.